The real reason you're not growing as a small creator is not the algorithm, it's not your niche, it's not even time. It's because you're suffering from something called the small creator syndrome and you don't even know it yet. It's what is keeping you invincible no matter how good you think your content is. So, what is this small creator syndrome? It is this quiet belief that you are too early, you're too small, and you're too unknown to make a real impact. So, because of that mindset, you start to create content like it is true. Now, maybe you're like, nah, that's not me. I've got big goals. I have a vision board. I say my affirmations. I know that one day I'm going to blow up. I'm going to be a big YouTuber. Now, that exactly is very cute. And that is your conscious mind talking. But let me ask you these questions and I want you to be really, really honest with yourself. Why the hell does it feel cringe for you to tell your friends that you are a content creator? Why is it that when you want to post something, you suddenly think, oh, why should I even bother? Nobody's going to watch it anyway. My last video barely got any views. Why do you want to talk about something that you're really passionate about, but then you catch yourself thinking, somebody else already covered this topic better, so why would anyone want to listen to me? Why do you hesitate to call yourself a creator or a YouTuber just because you have only 100 subscribers? Why do you feel awkward promoting yourself online? Why do you post your YouTube videos or your TikTok videos and then you pray that nobody from real life sees it? Exactly. Your subconscious mind is the one running the show. Whether you like it or not, it doesn't care about your goals. It only responds to your identity. So you can say, oh, I'm going to be a YouTuber, I'm going to blow up all day long. But if your actions still say, oh, I'm just starting out, I'm still small, I'm not really ready yet, I'm not like this person, I'm not like this person, then girl, you're not building a brand, you're just babysitting your insecurities. That's the small creator syndrome. That's why in today's video, I am going to help you to break out of it once and for all. Here's what we're going to talk about in today's video. We're going to talk about the mindset that secretly convinces you that you are too small to be seen or to be used. Secondly, we're going to talk about this internal blocker that makes you compare, shrink, and feel unqualified even when you are. And then thirdly, I'm going to show you how to actually show up like the main character in your life, even when nobody's watching, even when the numbers are not what you want. You're going to start creating content from a place of joy and happiness, whether the numbers are there or not. So I'm going to start off this section by telling you the story in this particular Bible verse that literally changed my life, made me not quit YouTube again. Basically, a long time ago, a group of Israelites, they were sent to scout the land that God had promised them. God promised them a very beautiful land full of opportunities, full of good food, fruits, and everything that they ever needed. But then they sent these 12 spies to go check out the land. When they went there, they were like, yes, we saw the good fruits. Yes, we saw the opportunities. Yes, the land is this. Yes, the land is flowing with milk and honey. But there's just one problem. There are giants over there. And then when these spies actually came back to the people who sent them, they were like, we are like grasshoppers compared to these people. They literally call themselves grasshoppers. And guess what? Grasshoppers do not eat fruit. They do not eat good things. They literally eat grass. They were just telling themselves that they are not worthy. They are not worthy of success. They are not worthy of the opportunities. Even when God had already told them that I will give you this land. A lot of small creators, probably even you right now, you are letting a small mindset hold you back. You look at other creators with big followers and you think, I could never do that. It's literally going to take me years and years for me to get to 1 million subscribers. Who would even want to listen to me? You literally shrink yourself down, believing that you're not worthy, you're not good enough, or you're not big enough to succeed. And you start to think you're just a grasshopper in a world full of giants. You can post all you want. You can post every single day of your life. But if deep down you still have this mindset of a small creator, girl, all the external hard work you're putting in will just be as good as nothing. When you believe that you are small, it shows in everything you do. You hold back your message. You want to post something, but you just feel like, I don't want to talk about this. What if I annoy people? What if people unfollow me because of something I said? You don't post consistently because you feel like, oh, my last video didn't get enough views, so why would I want to post today? Let me tell you, the last 2 videos that I posted on this channel are still sitting at 0 views. And this is me again, another week, filming videos. Even if I know if I post it today, it's still going to get 0 views. Yeah, I'm still putting out content because I know that one day this channel is going to be big. And whether I like it or not, I don't see myself as a small creator. I am a fucking big creator. The truth you don't know is that you already have the tools, you have the message, you have the passion, You just have to stop telling yourself that you're too small. I'm going to show you exactly how to get rid of that mindset. I'm going to show you how to build your new creator identity, the one that is not just fixated on the views and the numbers, the one that actually creates content just because she's passionate about it, just because she knows that her message is literally going to help someone out there. But before that, you need to get something off your shoulder. It's a weight that a lot of small creators carry that they are not supposed to be carrying. And when there's a weight on you, what happens? You are limited. You don't perform in your most efficient and authentic state. And that weight, it is the silent voice that keeps disqualifying you before you even show up. So because of that, you start saying things like, can't teach that, I don't have enough followers, or let me just get more results first before I start sharing anything, just so people don't talk. People will think that I'm copying so and so. I don't have a very aesthetic apartment. Nobody's gonna watch my content. I'm not as beautiful as these other creators, so nobody's gonna think my videos are blah 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 blah. So because of that reason, you stay quiet, you water down your message, and you keep shrinking and shrinking and shrinking yourself. All because you've let numbers define your worth. You've let your followers become your God. You've made validation your confirmation. You only feel confident when people clap for you. You only feel worthy when a post or a video performs very well. That is why showing up feels so heavy, so impossible for you, because you're carrying a weight that you're not meant to be carrying. And the root cause of this is you are dealing with a leak in your spiritual identity. You've forgotten who sent you here. You've forgotten who brought you to this earth. You've forgotten who put that dream in your heart. And until you drop that weight, I'm sorry, success will keep running away from you. So how exactly do you drop this weight? How do you start showing up like the main character in your life even when your follower count still looks very small? You need to rebuild your identity. So the first step in building your new creator identity is by knowing exactly who sent you here. Know who your God is. This is where everything literally starts from. You're not just a content creator. You're not here to just build a personal brand. You were sent, you were assigned, you were backed by God before you ever touched the camera, before you ever wrote a script. Girl, if you don't know who your God is, you spend your whole creator journey trying to become what you already are. Let me remind you, there are many gods on the internet. I'm talking about numbers, the algorithm, fame, validation, followers. These are literally gods that people worship on this side of the internet, okay? Or in the creator economy. People want the fame, they want validation, they want numbers, they want sales, they want followers, they want brand deals. These are gods. Now, if you're not rooted in the one who sent you, you're going to end up bowing to the ones who didn't send you. And it's not going to be funny. But here's the thing, when you know your God, you stop performing for rooms that He never asked you to impress. You stop waiting for confirmation from strangers on the internet and start creating from a place of already being chosen. Start creating content just knowing that God actually sends me. God already knows me. He's the one that picked me for this particular job. Because you remember Jeremiah 1 verse 5. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. Like, girl, whenever you want to create content and you start having these voices in your head telling you that you're too small and you cannot do it, just fucking read this Bible verse. God did not wait for Moses to become eloquent. He didn't wait for him to be perfect. He just said, go and I'll be with you. That's literally all you need. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to prove anything to anybody. You just need to show up. And when you carry that kind of awareness, it changes the way you create content. You stop begging to be seen because you already know that there's a mighty person up there who already sees you, and that's the only thing that matters. Your identity doesn't come from your niche. It comes from knowing your source. And how do you know your source? How do you make sure that you never forget that God sent you? How do you make sure that you never forget who the hell sent you on this earth? You want to start your days with God before you even open Instagram, before you open your YouTube Studio app, before you check your start and you start scrolling through content and checking in with this creator, with that creator, checking out what they post. Even 5 minutes of just quiet prayer and worship in the morning can literally like reset your entire identity before the world tries to define you. Secondly, you want to worship more than you worry. When you're spiraling in your thoughts, just go play a worship song that reminds you who God is. And remember that when you lift Him up, you rise with Him as well. Next, you want to ask God to make you unshakable. This creator journey is not easy. It's not easy. You need to always pray to God to make you unshakable. You want to pray this line every single day. Oh God, anchor me so deeply in you that nothing online can ever move me. Then also you want to read the scriptures every single day like they were literally written for you. I'm telling you, it's going to reprogram your mind. Take a screenshot. And lastly, you want to pray this prayer every single day. The second way to build your new creator identity and stop fixating on numbers or letting numbers control you is to know what you've been given. As a small creator, you keep looking around like you're empty handed, but actually you're not. When God called Moses, he panicked. God, what if they don't listen to me? What if I'm not enough? But God just simply asked him, what is in your hand? It was just a stick, a rod, something ordinary to Moses. But when Moses surrendered that ordinary thing to God, that same rod parted the entire Red Sea. So, what if the ordinary thing in your life right now is the exact thing that God actually plans to use for your breakthrough? It could be your voice, it could be your story, it could be your awkward, quirky way of explaining things, it could be your humor, it could be your tears, it could be your past failures, it could be your past experiences. These things are not random, baby girl. They are not leftovers. They are your rod. God has given them to you on purpose for a group of people that only you can be able to reach. You walk different when you know that God gave you this voice. You post your content differently when you know that it was assigned and it was not stolen or copied from another person. You create content differently when you stop copying and you start stewarding. You start creating content from a place of stewardship just in order for you to help other people genuinely, to avoid the problems or the mistakes that you made in your past. So ask yourself right now, what is in your hand right now that you have been calling not enough? That thing might just be your Red Sea rod if you actually dare to use it. Now that you know who sent you and you've seen what he's already put in your hand, you have only one job now, and that is to use it out loud in public. If you want to become confident, if you want to become an authority or expert or a guru in your niche, you get all of that by showing up consistently. Even when it feels cringe to you, even when you're scared that your high school friends or classmates will see it, even when you're scared that people from real life will see it, even when you don't have expensive equipment, even when you don't have an aesthetic home, even when you don't have beautiful YouTube studio or a beautiful background, because these things will literally build your confidence faster than any other YouTube video that you watch on how to become confident will. But if you can't bring yourself to just hit record and post that video, even when you badly want to be a content creator and you want to go viral, like you want to go viral, but for some reason you just cannot press record and make a video and post it, then it's not a posting problem anymore. That's the fear of being seen. And in this video, I break down exactly what that fear really is and how to finally get past it for good. So watch it now.